I'm at work, but I could not wait to share this one with you. What am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about dreamy, cheesy cheddar biscuits. Now, these are so good. I feel like they should come with their own warning sign. Attention, addictive. Cannot eat just one. They're just so sumptuous, irresistible, moist, and of course delicious. So, without further ado, let's make some cheesy cheddar biscuits. To your flour, you want to add baking powder and salt. Stir to combine, and then it's in with our fresh chopped thyme. Well, would you look at that? We're cooking and rhyming in the kitchen. Now, in case you were wondering, the ingredients along with the exact quantities used, well, it's listed on my website, www.ameliadoesdinner.com. So head on over and check it out. Now let's talk about my secret biscuit ingredient, and that is frozen butter. So you want to grate your frozen butter directly into your flour, and you want to toss that well. You don't want to have any clumps of butter in there. Now I'm just using my hands to show you what the texture is going to look like once that butter is just dispersed throughout that flour. Next in, add your cheese and give that a stir to combine. Add your honey to your buttermilk, and just in case you're having a little bit of difficulty finding buttermilk where you live, don't worry. Head on over to the website and I've listed 2 easy and convenient substitutes that you can do at home. Now, add your buttermilk to your flour and cheese mixture, and I've done this in 2 parts, and all you have to do next is just stir to combine. Now we go in with our hands. So the technique for this one is as simple as lifting the dough, folding it onto itself, and then pressing down gently. And that is going to help disperse that buttermilk liquid throughout that flour and cheese mixture. Now, I want you to remember this point. Do not knead the dough, because if you want to get the best results, you want to handle this dough minimally. So we're just going to continue working on it on our work surface. So folding, pressing down, and we're also going to be patting the dough into shape. And it's as easy as that. And this is what your dough looks like when it is ready. So a light sprinkling of flour on the top and bottom. And you can certainly roll this out now if you wanted to, but I'm going to be making my biscuits a bit later, and I'm going to use this opportunity to show you how I store my biscuit dough, because biscuit dough is great in the fridge and the freezer. So what I like to do is wrap mine up in some cling film, making sure everything is nice and tightly covered. And if I'm storing in the freezer, I always pop that into an airtight freezer bag. Now I'm ready to roll mine out. So a light dusting of flour on my work surface, and I'm just portioning out my biscuits. I'm just going to be saving a portion for another time. So a light dusting of flour onto the dough, the top and bottom, and also onto the rolling pin. And you just want to be sure that your oven is preheating while you're rolling out your dough. And the rest is super easy. Just roll your dough out. I like to roll mine out into a rectangular shape. You can choose your thickness if you want, though I will mention the thicker you roll your dough, the longer the cooking time for the biscuits. Right before cutting my dough, I like to flour my biscuit cutter just to make sure nothing sticks, and then it is cutting time. If you don't have a biscuit cutter, feel free to use a very sharp knife. And you're just placing your biscuits onto a parchment-lined baking tray. Now, in terms of technique, you want to go straight down. Don't twist. So straight down, and then you lift your biscuits up, and it's that easy. into the oven these go. Now we're going to take those gorgeous cheddar biscuits up a notch. We are going to add a delicious garlic butter topping. Now how I like to do mine is simply crush 1 clove of garlic, and we're adding that to some melted butter. Stir to combine. Next, you want to chop up some fresh parsley. Add the parsley to the garlic butter and brush that garlic butter topping on to those hot, delicious biscuits.